Is that golden strip because he's Italian, or is it just how they've done it for everyone?
Well, because there's a blue strip on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh no, because it's left and right. No,
come on. Just didn't know if it was a little bit biased coming out.
Well, we do have Slasher being picked up. It looks like by Vo.
Vo's still serious.
And RZD going to be on Rangers, so we're going to see him a little bit.
Yeah, and a scale bearer. So he's lost.
Oh, okay, to be fair, he did say to us he has not played Quake Champions that much lately. He did play in the 3rd and 4th online qualifier for QuakeCon, or for EU Regionals. He did make it past the round of 16 in number 3 and did make it past the round of 64, I believe, in Cup 4.
And now he's coming up against the guy who came 2nd. So
if he beats him, though, that's going to be a great story. You know, RZD coming up 1st in group.
If he beats Vo, I don't want to see Vo for the rest of the day because he'll just try and rip someone's head off.
Well, Vo's already missing the initial rail shot.
Nice.
Let's hit the 2nd follow-up, though.
One of the things that was...
He's going on the chase, isn't he? He wants to pick up this heavy and out position him, and he's been able to do that. Gets directly behind RZD, not expecting that the rocket will connect initially out of him.
Yeah, one of the things that was apparent at QuakeCon, and that was ballsy, was that Vo's aim is strong but erratic. And particularly in the final, he just did not hit anything. And obviously being an FPS, you need to hit your shots to win these games.
It's like FPS 101, you know? If you can't beat your opponent in a one-on-one aim battle, then you're most likely not going to win the match.
Yeah, so it's good to see him at the start of this game hitting a few really, really nice rails. And if he can continue that on, it's definitely one of the bigger weaknesses in his game.
Well, no, RZD's going to be on Nyx. No Ghost Walk to use. 25 seconds to go on that. And he's challenging out against Vo with Machine Gun versus Rail. Now, I know I have extensive Quake knowledge, but I know that's not going to be a trade you want to take. That's not a matchup you want to have happen.
I'm glad you're here. Oh, Vo coming in. That's one of the scary things about the Slash, and you can see right there, there's a lack of Quake Champions experience because
he's really fast, or she's really fast.
From old school Quake, that would never have happened because the dynamics of Quake, you would never have been able to, as an opponent, to get across the map so quickly. And RZD is obviously very much adapted to those traditional mechanics, and that's why he wasn't aware and was caught completely unawares.
By the way, if you look at the bottom left-hand side of your screen, you see like a little picture frame there. It's actually a picture of him as baby and his mother, and I like that he does carry around with him to every event.
Kilson also has his son's shoe.
Really? I didn't know he has a son.
Yeah.
Or was his shoe when he was a baby?
No, I'm pretty sure.
Or is his shoe now, I guess?
You really got me confused. I was 90% sure he had a son.
I did not know that. I have to ask him about that one.
Pretty sure.
You better be teaching him Quake then.
It's a tiny little shoe, and he calls it Claus's shoe as well. So
it almost fits, you know, if the shoe fits.
Yeah.
We see RZD back on the Ranger. And again, he went for the very aggressive Dire Orb earlier on at the heavy armor. It didn't work out for him. But I respect the big ballsy play. That's not going to work out against someone like Vo, who's so experienced and is such an amazing player.
Look at that aggression. Nice by Vo. Really nice. Dropping down, popping his ability and rushing in supersonic speed.
And that plasma trail. That'd be a great skin for Nyx. Oh, sorry, for Slash.
Pretty sure there's some copyright infringements going on.
We're not going to get into that because we know how you feel about that. He's still continuing the trace here and the chase, and that's going to be the Ghost Walk popped. And RZD is going to create some distance, create some space, but I don't believe he has the rocket launcher if I saw correctly. And you can see that Vo just has everything available to him, not to mention the Mega, Health, and the Heavy Armor in just a few seconds.
And you can see Slash getting across the map in like 3 or 4 seconds. Really one of the most powerful things you can do to bottleneck and contain your opponent.
Oh, going back in again. Plasma trail behind him, trying to go for the chase, going for the rockets as well, but that's going to be a trade. RZD for Vo. RZD will get a cheer from the crowd as he gets one frag there.
But he has a scale bearer, so this is when life becomes difficult. You make life twice as hard for yourself when you pick a scale bearer. I'm just going to say it. But it's totally worth it because it's ultra cool.
It's worth it because you look cool when you do it. Well, he's going to be already pressured here. Not taking too much damage, but he doesn't really have a lot of guns to use. He's put in the corner, and he will be killed off here. So Vo, early 2-0 start here on this first map.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things RZD needs to change. One of them is just
Champions?
timing.
Oh.
Champions, timing, playstyle. But he was there on the heavy armor like 10 seconds prior to it spawning. So again,
I mean, to be fair, he's going up against like one of the best players.
Yeah, but especially if you fail on the basics, this is
true.
It makes your life so difficult.
Oh, Vo's using the nail gun here.
He's got 1 or 2 health. That's not good.
You gotta be very careful if you're RZD. I'm still looking for a couple of health pickups here, and Vo's, I mean, he was able to pick up the heavy armor and the mega health without really being challenged out too much. And that's not a good start at all. Switching back to nail, then the rail. He's gonna miss both those shots. And RZD, oh, he almost connects the die rope there.
He's not afraid though, which is can be a plus.
Oh, he's gonna be chased down on though. Let's get the shotgun coming through. It looks like RZD's not gonna go for the chase, but RZD hasn't really been healthy for the majority of this round so far. He hasn't been able to be like that because Vo is constantly applying this pressure.
Yeah, and Vo has a 10-15 second split, which allows him not only to contain
Oh my lord!
Of the items, but also gives him plenty of time in between the items to go around and pressure his opponent. And this is what we were talking about with reference to Kilson. Vo doesn't need the heavy. He's chasing down his opponent prior to even picking up the item, which is...
Force off the Ghost Walk too, and now he just bounces across the map to get back to it.
And then he will have time as well to...
Oh no, he has the read! And he gets the rail shot! Vo, making it look too easy. And now it's Scale Bearer v3.
And this might be the quickest map of the day.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Kilson and Claws to be that fast of a match for Kilson, but it was definitely a great match. That's gonna be the bull rush coming through, and he gets the kill.
That's why
I'll count it. Use your face to kill them. Makes him kill himself in the end with the rockets. There we go. RZD get another frag on the board, but again needs to work back towards getting stacked up again, and he still has another kill to find. And Vo's not gonna give him the opportunity. He gets directly in his face, and Vo will pick up the first map in the series.
Just a pretty standard game right at the end there. Great understanding of his opponent's capabilities, that he had very little weapons to work with, no stack.
Would you say Vo was playing no respect somewhat, or do you think that was just kind of like controlled aggression, like calculated aggression out of him? Like, I don't mean no respect in like a BM kind of way. I just mean like he knew he was better, and he knew he could push every sort of avenue. That's
how Vo will play.
Okay.
If he knows he's got the upper hand, so it's kind of a mixture of yes and no.
Okay.
His preference in style is just really quick aggression when he knows he can make it work.
Okay.
And that's when we see really the best coming out of him, because as you can see, yeah, RZD wasn't playing the best, but Vo gave him nothing to work with. Like, there was literally no slip-ups on items, always pressuring the opponent, knowing where he was, and just rushing in full speed. And when you have, again, that combo of a slash and an anarchy, it gives you two champions to play that ultra-aggressive style. So even if you get one off the board, it's like, God, I have to do it all over again.
Right, yeah. And then dude has a scale bearer, as we saw there.
Yeah. You know?
I think Vo's also trying to make maybe a statement here, too. Because, like, would you say consistency is something he's kind of struggled on for him?
Yeah. Like, when you... Yeah, definitely. When you see Vo at his peak, it's glorious to watch. But then... when he
high highs and low lows.
Yeah, when he doesn't turn up, it's just like, man, it's just depressing. So
I mean, consistency is probably the hardest thing to work at as a pro player in any esport.
Kind of casting consistency.
Well, actually, you say that, and I know you say that as like a joke, but it's 100% true, because some days you just feel like you're on spot, right? Your mind's really working well, and you can say phrases you never normally would say.
So
other
tomorrow.
days you're a little bit slower. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. That's what I always say when I cast. Like, maybe tomorrow I'll do well. Maybe, one day you're just feeling a little bit slow, like you didn't get enough sleep or something like that, which is obviously the case for players. But consistency, like,
yeah,
how do you ever train consistency?
You can't, and I think it's pretty much a lot of these top players, when you say they never fulfilled their potential, it's generally, above all else, it's consistency. So, and that's one of the biggest things that separates the best from the worst. So someone like Cypher, you can look at his track record. Rafa and Quake, every time they would go into a tournament, they would place probably top 1 or 2, and that's just remarkable. Whereas players like Vo, you come out the woodwork and win, and then bomb out in the groups.
Right.
That difference is just, you can't have that if you want to be successful and succeed.
Well, it's like a couple $100,000 difference for him in that case, between second place at QuakeCon and then dropping out in groups in DreamHack Denver. But I think sometimes inconsistency is always fun to watch as a viewer. Seeing that player you follow just kind of really start to show up in that tournament and showing that he can be unstoppable. But I think it's also really frustrating as a player to know you're better than what you're currently playing, right? To know you can get second place at QuakeCon, potentially even taking first place if he was having a better match for his Claws, and then the next day not be able to perform at all. And it's just the nature of the way in which this game plays at this point in time, and that there are a kind of lot of mechanics that allow players to get back into games where they shouldn't do, and there's a little bit more randomness than there was in the older versions of the Quake, and that does contribute to what might be perceived as a lack of consistency. All right, well, here we go into map 2. Currently Vo with a 1-map lead. And RZD again going to be on the Ranger. A Sorlight coming out. I'm pretty happy to see this. Acid Spit has been thrown down, but the Acid Spit has not connected. Yeah, I mean, it's not a champion particularly used, but it has its uses, particularly on a map such as Blood Run, Oh, he's doing a lot of damage here. Might be able to pick up the frag, but Vo does secure the kill.
Because
a lot of LG damage there.
What you can do on Blood Run, like how we saw Kilson playing the Doom Slayer earlier, you can utilize Sorlag for a very similar purpose. Playing positional around corners with the spit is particularly
It's a lot of
strong.
burst damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that puts a rocket, you're not going to survive that for a long time.
But also with the air movement control allows you to move through those corridors exceptionally quickly, and also has a slightly higher stack than the Doom Slayer as well.
You saw RZD had a good read there. Went for a preemptive rocket onto the rocket launcher, and Vo gonna kill himself.
And swatches out to the.
Oh no! He gets the kill to RZD still. Did he ran back into it? He must have come through. I don't even know. He obviously walked over the spit somehow, but it was only at that one place.
He was on the blood pool, then he went through the telly, and it must have been health bug.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for him, but hey.
Okay.
Does get a kill on the board here.
C'est la vie.
Is that Italian or is that French?
It's something in between.
Well, you can see the rail v rail battle going on. The rocket launchers are going to be coming out, and Vo with 20 HP has been forced to use that injection and run away.
And that was a point where you say that was a lack of respect, standing there with the rail, with rockets raining down onto you. Against
Sorlag, who already is going to destroy you in terms of HP.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially starting HP.
But Vo living to fight another day with his anarchy.
I did like his control though. Realizing he was okay. I need to take a step back here, boys. I'm getting a little bit too aggressive.
Nice.
Let's connect a couple of rockets, and the rail going to fall up, looking for the finish.
Cool.
Why you challenge that?
No, I was going to say wow. It was kind of a mix of
wowie.
Don't know what's happening.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I'm enjoying seeing RZD play just because he's being so aggressive, like with these dire orbs. Yeah, like he's not afraid to go in and be ballsy, and I will always respect that as a caster looking at a player.
I think his kind of picks and play style is 3 months behind what we're doing nowadays, but yeah.
It's a good little juke there though. There's a dire orb one direction. Use the jump pad to get somewhere else, and you even saw Vo kind of go for a little bit of a flick there. Not sure exactly where to go, but the heavy armor is up, and Vo wants to pick it up. And RZD doesn't have dire orb for another 5 seconds of time.
Yeah, the interesting point is Vo's pick of Sorlag over the Doomslayer, because as we said, they fulfill relatively similar roles. I know, for instance, Vo did say he felt Sorlag was pretty useless.
Okay.
So it's something I'm going to have to talk to him about and see what is his thought process behind that.
I feel like, I mean, with Doomslayer, it's so much easier to dodge rockets. Obviously, the health pool is a major difference, right? Like the amount of stack you can get, but being able to just jump over rockets like we did see with Kilson against Claws, against Hao, just seems to be so strong. That's a lot of damage done, and RZD, again, looking for the dire orb kill.
And I guess we see the reasoning why Vo likes to play this champion so much, just flying around the map, abusing the air control. Supersonic speed.
Do you think maybe a Sorlag pick, because of like the health difference, is his way of showing he's maybe not as confident in these 1v1 rocket launcher battles because he has more health to play with? Or do you think this is just more towards the style he likes to play? He likes to be fast around the map?
It's style. In that Sorlag, it does allow you to be more aggressive than a Doomslayer because of the air control and the way in which you can build more speed around the map. And as we said, that burst damage, if you can connect with the full spit, is very powerful. And I'm really, really impressed and happy that Vo's hitting these shots today, and if he can continue that on, I would definitely suggest he would be qualifying for this group. Nice.
That's a great little job there. You talked about the burst damage. He has to spit plus the rocket launcher, and now he's 1 round away from picking up his first victory here in Group B.
Yeah, and he looks comfortable, but you can see he's completely focused. He's 2 rounds up. He had such a comfortable first and second map, but he won't let up. That's the thing with Vo, and it's because any little slip up could actually cost you. So.
Oh, that's gonna be. Oh, he goes directly into the acid spit, and he's gonna fall from this one. 18 HP left. Oh, he gets the kill though with the railgun right before he does falls. At least turns into a 1-for-1 trade. That was hands down. Well, that was well done by him, considering he knew he was gonna die to be able to get the kill before he did get finished. I think Vo's not gonna be happy about that.
I'm sure he won't, but he's okay. As long as he's got an Anarchy, I'm sure he's okay.
Oh, 20 HP for RZD. Gonna have to back off here. Oh, he doesn't know exactly where he's gonna be. They actually both ran into each other. And RZD misplaying or mistiming that. Vo gets behind him, gets the quick kill. And now is 1 frag away from closing out this map and the series.
Yeah. Not bad. Really just solid play.
Yeah, I hate to put you on the spot like this because it's hard to analyze, you know, like quick 2-0s like this if it continues to be so.
We can see
He's having a little bit of fun too with it.
Vo's just comfortable.
That's That's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
Just sporting what he can do here on the Anarchy. And
I love it how he just undermines me completely. I'm saying he's not going to let up.
he's going to watch the cast back and be like, yes, I got him.
God damn it. He does mention every time I make a mistake, particularly when I'm talking about him, so.
Really, well, that gives you more reason to point him out when he makes a mistake when playing, if he ever does. 18 HP, once jumps back in.
Yeah, he's a little bit reckless, but giving the Italian crowd something to cheer about.
That would get in my head if I was RZD too, because obviously he's trying, right?
Oh,
and then just to see Vo just strafing around backwards around the map.
Yeah, but I mean, as you saw in the interviews at the very start, RZD does not expect to win anything.
He's a very happy guy, though. Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Lovely to talk to. Definitely has a lot to say. And I think he kind of knows, you know, generally how the series is probably going to go throughout the group for him. But he's happy to play in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, I would be. But nothing happens in the UK.
Well, it's because there's no good UK players. What? Okay, we're not gonna get that lethal. We're not gonna get that deadly. Or we're not gonna get our claws out off the bat. Maybe tomorrow.
You didn't realize there's a UK player in a final today.
Yeah, but what other players were in that tournament? Was Avik there? Was Claws?
This is a good point.
No. Garpy's great. He's a great guy. Actually, I was really surprised at how down to earth he was, and I wish him the best of luck over at ESWC. Who's he playing against in the finals? I don't remember.
Sparty.
Okay, yeah, it's Strengths and Razy playing in the 3rd, 4th place match, where I believe Razy won that in the rematch. But here we go, Vo going back in, gets the bounce, gets the second. And Vo, gonna be your victor for today's first match of Group B. And to be honest, that's a match I think he probably expects to win, but it's good to have under your belt now, because the opponents do not let up from here with Cypher and Avik to come up next for him.
Yeah, warm up.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's say that.
It's quote unquote like a fluffer game, you know? It's to get your confidence up going into the rest of the group.
And we're going into an interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Vo, a strong display to open things up here on stage, hopefully get you loosened up. How did that feel for you? Were you liking things on the patch on stage?
Yes, the computers felt good, the game felt good, everything flowed well, so it showed in my game.
And now, obviously, you've got a couple more matches to prepare for. I believe you're going to be sticking around here and playing your next match as well. How do you feel the day is going to go? You set off on the right foot.
Yeah, I started my tournament the best way possible, you know, 3-0, 3-0. So now I got to face my 2 toughest opponents of the group, Cypher and Avik. Those are going to be really close matches, I think. And hopefully I'll come out on top. But yeah, the start of the tournament has been good for me.
Well, congratulations once again. We look forward to seeing your next games. Analysts, go ahead and let us know how that broke down.